What's going on, everyone? I'm here once again, ready to stream. Gonna play some music, but it's gonna be really loud because I have to turn the volume down every time. There we go. Should be at close to an appropriate volume. Hope and boost it up a little bit more today than I usually do, just because. Boost up a little more than I usually do, just because I'm streaming solo, as far as I can tell. I know it says featuring Deastl, but I don't know if Deastl's gonna show up. He might. Who's to say? Frankly. But yeah, I'm doing some more HTMX PONG as we've started doing recently. You know, I'm trying to keep to the same thing a little bit more than I have in previous times. So yeah, it's just gonna be like a nice, like fun stream. Write a little software. Maybe I'll actually get this the stuff done that I wanted to. So you know, that's what's going on. So let's switch over to my programming setup. Hello, friends and enemies. Whoever, honestly, you're allowed to watch if you're an enemy. Maybe I do like a Bob Ross. Gonna put a nice little happy function over here. I don't know what program I'm trying to launch here. There we are. That's not what I want. What's my keyboard command to move this window over? I forgot how to move a window over. Nope, that's not it. There we go. And then let me make the thing a little bit bigger. There we are. Ooh, I feel a little cold. Let me do a little type racer real quick. Let's get some stuff going. Nope. Yeah. Alright, 72. That's not my best work, but you know. Do the trick. At least I'm warmed up a little bit. Got main.go here, ready to go. So last we left off, I was working on matchmaking stuff. So that's probably where we're going to spend most of our time. Let's see, game state / game.go. So yeah. Thing going. Oh, this is strange. My bitrate is very low. Oh, no, it's not. The Twitch UI was just lying to me. What's going on, Ronan? Are you? Sorry, I'm annoyed right now. I'm bothering someone over a text message. I should probably get focused more on my streaming right now while I'm, you know, live in front of, I mean, not really many people, but, you know, whatever. So what I was doing, of course, working on setting up the matchmaking rooms on HTMX PONG. It's kind of unique because there's no, like, persistent connection. It's just a whole bunch of HTTP requests. You have to slice up all of the activity that goes on in the server between HTTP requests, and matchmaking is one of those things. So I'm trying to do this probably a little bit too simply than is a good idea, but whatever. First thing we'll do, check to see if someone's already waiting matchmaking. So that makes enough sense. So we'll probably take the global state, whatever. Let's see. Dot waiting room. Matchmaking waiting room. Which should not be a map string. Let's see. The matchmaking waiting room should just be a game. A pointer to a game. And then the matchmaking requests, waiting room requests. The waiting, there should be a waiting room and a matchmaking waiting room. So the regular waiting room is a map of string to game, to pointer to game. So I was doing wrong. Because we're only going to have one matchmaking room, and matchmaking is just going to connect the first person who wants to be there with the next person, and then the next person that comes along will just create a new matchmaking room, right? So we'll say if GSS.matchmaking room is equal to nil, then we'll do one set of things. Otherwise, we'll do another set of things. So if there is one already, then what we'll do is we'll just say GSS.matchmaking waiting room dot play. What are we doing? Dot start. Excuse me. And why is this mad at me? There's no filter method matchmaking waiting room. Oh, I spelled it wrong. So this will be one of these. Dot start, which will start the game, and then we need to send that game state back to the users. So what we'll do is send the matchmaking response rec.res, which is a channel that takes a matchmaking response. I'll send in a matchmaking response oh, that's what I wanted. Matchmaking response Fill that in, and then the game will be dereferenced gss dot matchmaking waiting room, and then ready will be true. Thinking we should have assigned a player ID by now. That might be something that needs to happen. Indeed, I think music is pleasant. It's causing me to be too chilled out. I'm really losing focus. I need more driving music to really get work done. So this is my problem. Nope. Oh, that's what I want. This one's big. Where do I generate these game IDs? Also, I'm on totally the wrong screen here, because like half of that screen gets cut off. It's not that big of a deal, but you know. What is it you're doing in that code that you're messing with? Trying to set up a matchmaking system for the HTMX PONG. However, I've gone far too simple on the the design, and I'm not doing half the stuff I need to be. So it's much more difficult to shove matchmaking into what was already an almost working system. And I'm like trying to figure out what to do. Then also I'm in the middle of like going back and forth with other people, which is I probably shouldn't be doing while I'm streaming. You know, that makes little sense. I'm not good at this. I think you all know that by now. But I have made more progress than I did yesterday. generate game IDs. I call new game with ID. Where are the new games generated? Where were they generated before? That's what I want to know. Am I generating them in here? Huh. Strange that I'm not generating the game elsewhere. I'll just do that here then. New game, UUID dot something. Where was I generating the game IDs before? That's what I want to know. I feel like I'm doing something very stupid. And I know I am. But I'm not exactly sure the extent of how stupid it is. I didn't drop anything. I'm just like angrily yelling at someone on Slack. Oh man, I have no idea what I'm doing with this application. Why are they slacking? People are being silly. As always is. People are very happy about their stuff they want to do and then make poor decisions. Which is fine, but you know, do what I can to mitigate the damage. Anyway, so I need an ID for this new game, and I thought I had a place where I was generating IDs, but I don't think I do. Could have sworn I had IDs in here. But I don't think I do. I think I just... New game just returns a game. And then how do the games get into... How do the games get into this thing? Where it has all of the games. And this should be called waiting rooms. So that's empty. Okay, so this gets a game. So this gets a game by game ID. So I guess I'm in charge of making the games. So if somebody asks for a game, I generate it here. So then I can just say UUID dot new V6 or whatever. Let's import Google UUID. ID. Oops. ID : UID dot new V6. That's fine. Error if error not equal to nil. This shouldn't happen. Panic. Error. Fantastic. Someone passing the ID dot string. Fantastic. Except I don't want this UUID thing, I just want to pass in that ID. New game, can't use what? Oh, I want one of these. This. So this is going to be doing a bunch of unnecessary copying, but I think we'll be fine. Alright, change of plans. I'm gonna go look something up. I've been told by someone that there's this thing called temporal.io that I should be looking at. I'm gonna take a look. Durable execution, a new abstraction for developers. Durable execution is a development abstraction that preserves complete application state so that upon host or software failure, it can seamlessly migrate execution to another machine. Temporal is an open source implementation of durable execution created by the originators of the abstraction. What is it? Write the code that you want, not what you're forced to. Got it. Offers new development primitives that will help you simplify your code and allow you to build bigger, more features faster, and at runtime it's fault tolerant, easily scalable, so your apps can grow bigger more reliably. Oh, this sounds like turning every language into Elixir. Stop building state machines. Got it. Don't retry policies. Don't set retry policies. Don't code them. For 3 seconds or 3 months. Schedule, don't cron. Well, that's fun. Code like a champion in your language. Incorporate human interactions. Rewind, inspect, replay, and rewind every workflow execution, step by step. Develop locally, deploy globally. Event-driven architecture. Processing. Fun. Scheduled cron jobs. Fun. State machines. Fun. Reliable scalable service and temporal. Run the temporal service today without hassle and peace of mind. Pay for only what you... whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Build invincible apps. Abstraction for building simple, sophisticated, resilient applications. Building your application with a temporal platform gives you a secret weapon, durable execution. Let's take the docs. Oh man. This is not good. This is already messed up. They have a separate... They don't know how to use... They don't know how to zip an ARM64 and an x86 program into one. Where's the temporal source code? 588,000 lines of code. I apologize, viewers. I'm super unfocused today. Again, I apologize. I'm researching this temporal framework and not saying much. I'm not reading everything. I'm only reading the stuff I care about. If you think I'm reading every word on this page, I'm not. This is more examining the project as a whole and seeing what sorts of things they talk about, and then I can pretty much guess what they're talking about in each. Like, I'm not going to read all of this. I'll read code samples, see there's a link, read GitHub, and then see tutorials, and then I move on. So it's not like I'm, you know, like I'm actually speed reading. I'm just like skipping over half the words. Like, I don't need to read the word plethora in this sentence. Yeah, I figure they say examples and code samples. I assume there's a lot. So this doesn't answer my question because I want to see it versus competitors, but it's not explaining anything. Oh, this is the part. Well, this is totally useless. And click on this, and this doesn't have anything. This is just case studies. Oh, this is it. Only against ACA and Airflow. And it links back to the same thing, so I don't trust these people. Restack.io, they seem a little useless to me. Jippy just saved the day of getting resources for comparison. No. This is... as I understand, this is new enough that Jippity's not going to be able to help her. Oh, never mind. They've had stuff 4 years ago. No, I don't trust Jippity anyway. I want to see, like, someone's actual, like, benchmarks and things. I want to see what a human says about this. I'm not going to trust Jippity. If I needed to, like, know what it was at a broad stroke, fine. But I'm digging in deeper than that. Let's see what this thing is about. Your first temporal application. 5 minutes? Please. Are you guys ready? 5-minute timer. Alright. There we go. We're started. go.temporal.io/SDK. Great. Brew install temporal. Gross. Come on, homebrew. Killing my timer. I've killed almost a minute on this. Let me get rid of all these useless tabs. They aren't helping me. Alright, there we go. Then what the hell were we doing? Temporal, server, start, dev, UI, port, 8080, localhost, 8080. There we go. So we got it going. Let's see. Temporal, server, start, dev. Got it, got it, got it. If you want to retain between runs, I don't. And there we go. What's my time? Oh, did it in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Got him. You see that? It said it'd take 5 minutes. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Next. Build temporal app from scratch and go. 20 minutes. Let's see it. 20-minute timer. Alright. Workflow, don't care. Activities or functions called during workflow. A worker hosts it, an initiator starts it. Got it. You'll also write a unit test. No, I won't. That's how I save time. Tutorial code, whatever. Set up a local environment, don't care. Follow run your first temporal application with the Go SDK. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't do this. This is going to add 10 minutes onto my time. Oh no, oh no. Alright, money transfer, workflow function, withdraw, deposit, activity functions, got it. Send a message, got it, got it, got it, got it. Download the example application. Oh, I got to download the application already? Alright. Temporal example. Oops. Git clone HTTPS. All right. Change the Go mod file. Go 1.16. Gross. How old is that? Go get minus u dot slash dot dot dot. Nope. Dot slash dot dot dot. There we go. We're updating this. For the application's workflow and activity definitions. Let's not say we did. Retry policy. That's annoying. Workflow activity options. Okay. I don't like this. Withdraw output, withdraw error. Got it. Deposit money. Okay, deposit error. Got it. Money transfer function takes in the details about the transactions, executes activities, withdraw and deposit money, returns the results of the process. Got it. Money transfer accepts input, type payment details. It's in the file shared.go. This is gross. Good practice to send a single serializable data structure into a workflow as its input rather than multiple separate input variables. As your workflows evolve, you may need to add additional inputs. Blah, 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 blah. Reference ID. Idempotency key. Got it. See the context. Yeah. Interesting. Withdraw activity takes the details about the transfer and calls a service to process the withdrawal. Okay. Strange. Replayable. So I'm curious what they use for the network abstraction if they want a withdraw thing to be replayable, because obviously you wouldn't want to replay a somewhat failed withdraw and then have somebody withdraw all their money. Let's check workflow.go. Okay. Great, so there's already problems here. Undefined. Got it. Package app. Update gomod tidy L. That'll do it. Did we get any errors? No, we didn't. Okay. Input payment details. Where are these defined? Oops. This is in shared.go. Okay, fair enough. This could be 40 bytes. It's 48. Ooh, sloppy. So you have the worker package start. Okay. Banking client.go. Yeah, fair enough. Whoops. What? Server start dev UI port 8080. There we go. This is what we want. So there's no workflows running. How do I run a workflow? Schedules, archive. Batch operations. Workflows. Alright, I don't know how to run this. Oh, and I'm running out of my first 20 minutes. Oh, well, this is great. So they explain how nice it is to make a failure-resistant thing, but they explain in the tutorial that it's not actually failure-resistant because it's more complicated, which is fair. But maybe banking is not the best place to do a tutorial for how simple your app is. You have two ways to start it. You use the SDK. Got it. Got it. Thought I killed this thing. Control C. Start main.go. Go run start / main.go. Oh, well, that's not gonna happen. Head go.mod. I called it thing. Start / main.go. This thing is just called thing. What? How does this thing... Where's the app? Oh, so I didn't do that right. Go. This. Money transfer project template go. No module. No required module provides package. Okay. Let's split this. Open up go.mod. And we called it thing. So we should have thing / app. Except where is the app? Oh, you know what? They call this whole thing app. This is package app. Which means... There we go. There we go. Should be running. At least it's starting the workflow. And of course that's not going to work because I probably need to start it someplace else. Start the temporal development server. Okay. Temporal server start dev db file name temp.db UI port 8080. Let's see what we get now. Ooh. Localhost 8080. Not working. Got it. Love to see it. Start a workflow as part of another program. You might want to start the workflow with a response to a button press or an API call. Okay. Oh, and then I run it. Okay. Go run start / main.go. We will move this down here. And we'll move this up here. Might download some dependencies initially, but these downloads are complete. You'll see something that looks like the following. Got it. We have saved the workflow in Temporal Web. We added one. Fantastic. Run ID, nonsense. Auto refresh, sure. Request cancellation, cancel. Send to signal. Not going to send a signal. History. Great. Can I send a new thing in? How do I do that? Input and results. Input.
What did it do?
What's going on, Deastl?
I was talked to Cartman over a Zoom call.
Who? Cartman?
Carson
Carson.
of HTMX guy.
Oh, fun. What were you talking to him
Crazy
about?
Montana lunatic guy.
Okay. What were you chatting with him about?
He had a meetup, and I was pretty much the only one that was talking, besides the moderator, sorta. So, yeah, he's a Rails guy, man. Gotta tell you something.
That's funny. Makes sense, I suppose. You know, I've got a chat scheduled with Carson this Sunday. He's gonna be on the old podcast on Monday. I'll pre-record it and then release it live.
verified the date, correct?
What was that?
You verified the date, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Should I?
What happened?
Do you think? Could I have screwed it up?
I remember what happened with Prime last time.
Oh yeah. No.
I didn't know he was an actual college professor.
Who? Carson?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that. Interesting. He seems like a. I don't know what he seems like. He's got like the blue collar vibe to him. Doesn't strike me as much of a college professor.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. He's talking about application decoupling and how HTMX does a better job than JSON.
Mm.
I think it'll be on YouTube, so that means that I'll be on YouTube.
Oh, that's fun.
What are we working on?
Oh, Jesus. I've gotten into an argument with someone about some nonsense, and now I'm explaining why, trying to figure out precisely why, there we go. Precisely why I don't want to use this, this framework for running applications. And it's too much stuff. Like, I can understand why you would want to use this if you have a big project, but it feels like it's a lot of stuff to do.
Is this for like transactions?
This particular one is a transaction like, what's it called? Example, but it's made for, I guess you could run anything where jobs are queued and run, so basically anything on it. Though it has relatively high latency, a couple hundred milliseconds. Alright, over this.
So you're pulling a Lucas, right?
Well, no, the other. What do you mean? Where I'm just going through something really quickly, getting a very basic understanding of it, and then declaring myself an expert?
You get into an argument with someone, and then you shit something together.
I'm not even shitting anything together. I'm just trying to understand what this is, and when you might use it, and when you might not use it.
Yeah.
Like, this seems like a useful tool, but like my arguments are more. Also, I failed on the 20-minute challenge, but my arguments are more. I like to have good, nuanced, well-informed arguments, and got it. Oh boy.
I need to brush up on my PHP. chance that I get this job.
What's the job?
Consultant.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
Prison
willing to
tech.
reveal any more about it?
It's prison tech.
Yeah.
The last time I did PHP was like 6 years ago. It is not fresh in my mind. But I will still argue that everyone should make it their first web language.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's like, it gets you in with like, here you go, here is a template, and here's where you put in your business logic, and it just shows up straight in the page, and there you go. That's your website. Have a nice day.
Here's where you put in everything.
Yeah.
PHP's kind of based in that regard, you know?
Oh yeah, super based.
There's
I
no
like
fluff.
PHP. The way I always describe PHP is like coming from a regular language. It's like if you were told to build a birdhouse. Somebody says, "Hey man, it's time to go build a birdhouse," and you go into their backyard and you find a toolbox and some wood. And you go, "Great, I know how to build a birdhouse using a toolbox and wood because I'm a programmer, right? Or I'm a birdhouse builder." And then you start working away on the birdhouse and you put up the wood and you start cutting it, and you say, "Hey man, I need a screwdriver," and you look through the thing and there's no screwdriver, and then you go into the house and you say, "Hey man, there's no screwdriver in your toolbox. I don't know how to build a birdhouse without a screwdriver." And the guy who owns the house, who asked you to build this birdhouse, says, "Yeah, we don't have a screwdriver, but what we do have is a claw hammer, and the back of the claw rotates 90 degrees, and you can use it on a flathead screw, and that works pretty well." And you go, okay, that's fine. And then you continue on building the birdhouse, and you don't have exactly the saw you need, but you have something that looks kind of like a saw, and you can saw wood with it, and it works okay. And at the end, when you paint it, you don't have a paint sprayer or paint brush like you would expect. What they do have is a weird way you can dip the entire thing in paint, and there's a coating on the inside that makes the paint not stick to the inside. And you do that, and at the end of the day, you have a birdhouse, and no one can deny it's a birdhouse, and it is actually well made. But like every tool you used was just not exactly the tool you were looking for. And that's what it feels like writing PHP.
It's great.
What do you think? That's an original Nate right there from like a decade ago when I wrote my first PHP code.
And then Laravel is like, "Oh yeah, here's a Swiss Army knife. Good luck."
Yeah, exactly. I'm sore. I don't know why I'm sore. Recently started running. As opposed to just walking
Upgraded.
everywhere. Yeah, done a little upgrade. Trying to keep this weight loss train moving. I gotta
You
get
could just run to
get
work.
swole. No, I can't run to work because then I'll be sweaty at work. I don't want to sit in my sweat all day.
I mean, stick a portable shower with you.
Yeah. Anyway, I made some progress. So that's fun.
Yeah, did you write like maybe 6 more lines of code?
Yeah. Some progress. That's what I said. Now that you're here, I think both my water bottles are completely empty, so I'm gonna go fill those up, and then we'll write some code in the last 50 minutes of the stream.
How'd you empty 2 water bottles? Everyone keep on hydrating you.
Guess who's back? Back once more. I am back. It is I. Are you there, Deastl?
No.
Oh, shit. Didn't realize I lost you. Sorry, viewers. Who's viewing this?
Lost.
This has been like the most like stupid stream I've done in a long time. Pour my heart and soul into a good stream and no one watches, and then I'm like just dicking around and I have 5 viewers. So I guess it's you and our friends in the Order of the Cyberdawn that are watching. Thanks, friends in the Order of the Cyberdawn. I appreciate it. Anyway, what are we doing?
You ever get random calls from people in Washington, D.C.?
Do I ever get random calls from people in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, just
no.
Just almost on a regular basis.
No, actually.
Oh. Guess that's just me.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just you. Why are people in Washington, D.C. calling you randomly?
I don't know. Yeah.
Huh. I wouldn't look too far into it. It's probably fine.
Maybe in the previous life, I was like the leader of the Republican Party, because that's what they call about.
Republican Party. Who you vote in this election?
Yeah.
Biden? Trump?
Yes.
One of the two? Yikes.
Yes.
Yikes. I was hoping you would say you would just throw away your vote and vote third party. That's the kingly way of doing things.
Well, I did one of those things.
One of the 3 things or one of the 2 things?
One of the 2 things.
Ooh. But which one?
No, one of them.
Canceled. I don't know who's canceling you. Could be the Republicans, could be the Democrats, but someone's canceling you for that.
No, you said I'm uncancelable.
Well, they're going to try. They're going to do their darndest.
So, have you tried to capture from Linux with a capture card?
Yes. I think I have.
So just like audio that's bad, I guess.
I just don't trust it to work all the time.
Yeah.
Linux has this way of like needing to be fixed all the time, constantly. Especially if you're trying to do stuff that's outside of what a normal Linux person does. Like if you're just writing software, perfectly fine. If you're just using the internet, perfectly fine. But I find once you get into audio and video and 3D and graphics and stuff, things just kind of stop working all the time, you know? And it's like, oh yeah, you just got to know this 10-second fix. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know that 10-second fix. And it's, if you search for it the right way, it's a 10-minute fix. And if you don't know what you're searching for, it's a 10-hour fix, you know?
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. Like, if you're gonna go Linux, you better be only writing software.
Yeah. Like, my main software writing machine is not this machine. It's a Linux machine, but like, I can barely browse Facebook on that thing. Well, this is a pretty decent job of everything I need it to do. You know, Homebrew leaves a little bit to be desired as a package manager, and sometimes you get weird, like, performance things. Like, remember when I was doing that, or maybe you remember the YouTube short when I was trying to do the optimizations of that web library thing? And I discovered that, like, syscalls on Mac OS were really slow. And then you move it to a Linux machine that doesn't even have as much power, and they just zoom. It's just stuff like that.
I find that, like, really heavy applications tend to just start chugging if I leave them on for too long. And I'm using Firefox Developer Edition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that could be. It's probably because some React dev left use effect without.
Sounds likely. React devs do like to be doing that.
Yeah. Just left to open use effect, you know? Mostly LinkedIn.
Interesting.
I don't know if that has anything to do with Linux or just, yeah.
So what I'm realizing is I'm having a large problem here trying to separate the player on the left from the player on the right. And that is my biggest issue.
Trying to separate?
Yeah. Just make it so that the player on the right doesn't have the controls on the player to the left, you know? Trying to add division, you know? Right and left.
What if you just add it to their request once you send them their renderer?
That makes sense, I suppose. But I need to, like, when somebody joins.
You're not worried about, like, security or anything like that.
Well, I'm worried about enough. I don't want someone to, like. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't worry about separating right and left first. I just send everyone a new game, and then go from there, right?
Yeah, you just pop in the URL like a left tag or.
Yeah, so I'm already doing that, and then I have a I'll show you. I'm getting mad at this. I need to fix this. Why is this mad at me? New game request. GS dot. Oh. This is Pong Funk. Pong Funk is not being very useful. We'll just ignore this for now. So it looks nice. Anyway, the hell was I saying? Oh, that's right.
Oh, you know what?
So we have an ID of the game and then an ID of the player, and then ostensibly the player is not supposed to share their ID with the other player. And then that separates the left and right. But I have to assign left and right to each thing, which isn't each player, which isn't a huge deal, but I have to get that back out and I have to know when to assign that.
You know, Carson mentioned your game over this meeting.
Oh yeah? What'd he say?
You just like, oh yeah, some crazy dude's making PONG in HTMX.
Did you tell him that it's two crazy dudes and one of them is you?
I'm just watching.
You didn't let him know that you were involved in that?
Well, I mean, I told him I made Flappy Bird and Agario.
You didn't tell him that you were half of the PONG team? Did you mention that we both submitted to do a talk to the Big Sky conference. Did you not say that?
I don't feel like we're gonna get it.
That doesn't mean anything. You just ask and see what happens. Ask and ye shall receive. Don't you read the Bible?
Yeah, I'm just gonna message him on LinkedIn.
Well, what the heck? You had the chance. You had him on camera.
Yeah, I did. I didn't think of it. I was like, just.
It's like, yeah, some crazy guy, some absolute weirdo is doing Pong in HTMX. Have you ever heard of this? Have you ever heard how wild that is? How crazy is it that someone wants to make Pong in HTMX and you're sitting there like, I know I was there for the entire time, but maybe I'll just leave that to myself. Maybe I won't talk about precisely how crazy the guy making Pong in HTMX.
There's a lot of things that I leave to myself, you know?
Why that?
Because I was asking him, like, what do you think is the limit for HTMX? And there's one guy that's making a spreadsheet software in HTMX. Just retarded. I don't get it, man. Spreadsheet software. You know, lots of columns, and rows, and letters, and numbers, you know.
Being very silly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have player IDs, and then it looks up the player's ID, and then, you know, assigns the action being taken in the game based on the player's ID being used, right? So it's not so big of a deal. We just have to figure out when to generate those IDs and how to get them into the game abstraction and whatnot.
Just assign them a cookie whenever they load that index.
That's not. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of these so this thing quits complaining at me. New matchmaking request comes in. If we don't already have a waiting room, we generate a new game. And then we'll just do a, I don't know. I don't know what the hell we'll do. If there's not already a waiting room, the waiting room is empty, then we will make a new waiting room and then send them back the game and say it's not ready. And if there is, we will send them back the game and say it is ready. So if it's not ready, we will assign the left player ID into the game. So we'll say G : equals new game with the ID of id.string. And then eventually we'll give them G. And we're dereferencing it here, so it... I don't know why I wouldn't dereference it. I guess it's just going to take up more space because it's going to be copied in. But whatever, it'll be fine. So we don't have to lock it up if we're sending over a long thing. Doesn't matter.
I mean, sometimes, this is what happens a lot whenever I'm making these games, is I have these chicken and egg conundrums.
Yeah. So the move is just go for it and just do one thing. Make the chicken, and if it's okay enough, then you go ahead and make the egg. And then having made the egg, it can inform your design of the chicken a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And we've been stuck here for 3 streams, so that's 6 hours totally wasted. And by wasted, I mean enjoyed in the company of my friend. Deastl, how you doing?
Doing great.
Good. So what we'll do is we'll just add into the matchmaking response, we'll say side, say is left bool. No, actually, we'll just give them their ID. Player ID string. So like a player ID for that player, for the left player, and then we'll later go and make a player ID the right player.
You know, whenever you have that like perfect amount of caffeine, kind of alertness, it's just that's how I'm feeling right now. It's like euphoric. Did I lose you?
No, sorry, I'm arguing with someone.
Tell them to kick rocks. You gotta do your classic, I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm doing a very long form version of that. Congratulations, Bounce Back, on getting rid of your any types in your TypeScript code. That sounds much more type safe. This is a type safe stream. Indeed it is. Anyway. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, I was going to say player ID, and then we'll make them a player ID. So we'll say g dot left player ID. Let's see, left player ID equals new UUID dot new v6. And we'll say comma error, which this shouldn't fail, so we can just steal this. Non-handling of the error. Format that out. Jeez. G dot left player ID dot string. What the heck? Dot. Oh. Left player ID equals left player ID dot string. And player ID is going to be g dot left player ID. So then they'll have their player ID no matter what. Missing lit field. Unknown field player ID in struct literal. Okay, of course, because I called it not player ID, but player ID. So then in the matchmaking request, let's see. So when we throw someone in matchmaking, we'll just give them the refresh on the game, and the game will just be stopped. And when we render out a game, we give them their player ID. So then that's already going to be set. So then
I got people with 50,000 concurrent viewers. Why don't you have 50,000 concurrent viewers?
You know what? I have 5 concurrent viewers, and if each of them brings their 10,000 closest friends, we'd be there. So honestly, it's on you. For having 10,000 friends and not bringing them on my server or my stream.
Get that, audience? It's all your fault. Probably talking into the void.
Good morning, sunshine.
Totally just zoned out for a second.
That happens.
Good morning, sunshine.
I think you just need some coffee.
I mean, it's too late for coffee.
That is what you would say.
It is.
Sunshine.
Yeah, exactly. That is what you would say. Being in your good disposition, you know.
Good morning, sunshine.
I think you need text to speech.
I think I do need text to speech. I don't know how to set that up though. How to set up Twitch text to speech. Stream elements setup. My overlays. Find your overlay and click the edit button. Oh, so I have to use stream elements? What's stream elements? Do I have this? Oh, it looks like I already have it. Great.
An OBS client.
I don't think so. Alerts and overlays. Get started. TTS. Text to speech. Widgets. Alerts. Partners and community. Widgets. Labels. I don't know. Find your alert overlay and click the edit button. Alright, where's my alert overlay? Chatbot. Merch. Mercury. Titanium. I don't know what these things are. Overlays and alerts. Get started. How do I... Where do I... Dashboard. Oh, there we go. Well, this looks bad.
Yeah, it definitely does. I wonder if you have to. Oh, it looks like it's
Overlays. There we go. Create new overlay.
definition.
1080p start. Great. Maybe later. Add widget. Engagement. Labels. Static custom. Shorty seasonal. Stream tools. Where's the... Find your overlay. Click the edit button. Select a layer. Okay. By adding one widget. Can I do... Engagement. Alerts. Show emotes. Hype boss. Hype cup. Merchandise alert. Alert box. But where's the... on the gear icon. What's going on, Iota Mail Gaming? Aloha. Shalom ha.
Iota? What even is an iota?
How does this work? I don't want this. Alright. Where's the gear icon they were talking about? Is it this? Labels. Great. Goals. Total aggregate. Settings. Click on settings, then click the gear icon for whichever layer you want to add TTS to. I think this is an old thing. If it's a screen.
Well, they should allow you to do it in the command line, so that you can use the man pages.
Yeah, I don't get it. Text. Static / custom text. Okay.
I think you just set up an
Speech.
alert.
Is it an alert?
Imagine you just set up an alert. Maybe there's an option.
Alert
in
box?
there.
Is it inside of an alert box? Is that
It might be.
what it is? Okay. How do I make this thing like the right size? Snapping on. Fits a screen. 1,500. I need this to be 1920 by 1080. Does that make it too big? That makes it too big. We'll just put this alert box in the middle. Follower alert. Subscriber alert, tip, cheer, purchase. I don't want any of these. So I found the settings thing. Position. Layers. There we go. Alert box 1. Settings. Okay. You can also add any of them. Click on the settings and gear icon for whichever you want to add TTS to. Got it. Scroll down a bit and select TTS settings. Settings. Scroll down a bit. Okay. This is not helpful. Oh, there's TTS settings. Text to speech volume. Select TTS voice Brian. Text to speech activation delay. Okay. So this is where I do it. So we'll do cheer, raid, purchase, campaign, tip, subscriber, follower. Got it. Position, whatever. We'll center the widget. We'll save it. Overlay name, TTS. Okay, now what do I do? Back to overlays. And then can I just like add this to my thing? How do I copy URL? And then I go into my OBS. And I just do add browser source. I call it TTS. And then it'll be this. And it'll be 1920 by 1080. Oops, 1080. Whatever. Okay. Somebody cheer or something. I'll cheer myself. You cannot cheer on your own channel. Alright. Can I send an emoji? Will that do anything? I don't think that'll do anything.
Does a hydrate count?
I don't think so.
I don't even know how to cheer.
Yeah, me neither. Also, it costs money. You want to just give me some money?
No.
Fair. Okay, so that did something, but there's no text to speech on it. I suppose I have to hydrate now. Delicious water. Oh, so there's an emulate button. So if I go in and edit, I can emulate a tip event, $10.
You put a message on it?
Message. Nothing text to speeched.
Oh, there we go.
Was that
Enable
legit?
speech.
Oh, thank you, Avrit. I don't think it was. I think it was fake. All right, let's
Enable
go.
text to speech.
Let's go. Emma. So that one's enabled. Oh, I see. I have to enable it for all of everything. Subscriber alert. TTS settings. Enable. Announce action.
You can make it a different voice for each.
Zoe. Yeah. What do you think? I'm dumb? I can upload the sound. So is this what it's like to be a real? All right, tip alert. Absolutely show tip messages. And then TTS settings. We'll make this one be John. Enable it and announce it. All right, let's emulate a tip event for $50.
$50,000.
Henker tipped $50.
Okay, there we go.
Are you gonna put a funny message on it?
No. All right, cheer alert. Enable, announce. We'll go with Courtney. Raid alert. We'll go with, I don't know, Russell. Raid Russell. Purchase alert. No one's buying anything. Charity campaign. I'm not doing charity. Yet. I'm not doing charity. Yet. Alright, so we'll save that. Now, if someone tips, this will be good.
About?
I'd like to do it for just every message that comes in. Just give me a thing.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Alright, so that's fun. We got text to speech set up. What was I doing? So we give them a player ID, and then once they have a player ID, they'll be... that's pretty much all you need, right?
Deastl is now following.
Deastl is now following. Thank you.
Yes.
Also, now I have two sets of overlays going on. I got the default Twitch overlay and the other overlay. So where's my overlay? Where's my stream overlay? Oh, Twitch alerts. There we go. So I'll just like remove this.
Hydrate word?
Delete. Oh, well now I have to go through and edit it so that I don't lose the other ones. But I still get the ones. So now I gotta go to Twitch TV. Go to the old channel. Go to the old channel. Hello. Go to the old channel. Hello. Go to the old channel. Hello. Creator dashboard. Where's the streaming tools? Is that, no, that's not going to be it. Where's the thing where the overlay is? Alerts? Oh, here we go. Edit alerts. Is this it? Okay. So, general settings. Subscriptions. Gifted subscriptions. Cheering. So this one I don't want to do cheering. How do I turn off cheering? How do I turn off these things? Edit multiple. I'm going to get rid of, let's see, follows. Those are announced by the other thing. Subscriptions, those are. Gifted subscriptions are not. So I need to save those. Follows and subscriptions. Cheers I don't need. Raids I don't need. Charity, whatever. Hype train, whatever. Channel points. Need to keep those. Goals, I'll keep those. Crowd control, Streamlabs, whatever. Oh, wait a second. Stream elements. Oh, I could just do that. Then it's like, how do I delete the ones I've selected? I don't know how to use this app. I'll have to figure that out at some point. This feels like it's too inside baseball for these people. Deastl, I gotta be honest, I'm not feeling like doing any more of this. This is painful. And you didn't even tell Carson about it, which is the most disappointing thing.
Well, you told Carson about it.
You just didn't. You didn't tell him that you were the other guy that's working on the thing.
I assumed he connected the dots. Because I'm now known as the HTMX Flappy Bird guy. That's what he called me.
Yeah. All right, Deastl, you want to just end this thing 10 minutes early? 15 minutes early? Unless
Sure.
you think we can get more done. I suppose I ought to just do more of this on my own.
Yeah. I think it's easier that way.
All right, good stuff.
This is like a new paradigm for you.
What?
HTMX games.
This is really silly and dumb. Why did I agree to do this? What was this about? Oh, we're trying to get on that conference. Fuck.
Clout.
Yeah, this is about clout. I'm clout chasing. Yo, you know me, Nate the clout guy. Love that clout. Give me more clout. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Clout. Yum yum yum. Clout's so good.
I think I'm going to be talking to the engineers tomorrow for this prison tech consulting company. So.
Okay, good stuff. Well, everyone, wish Deastl good luck in the chat. If you want to wish Deastl good luck via text-to-speech, just cheer. Preferably like $80, $100, $200,000. And, you know, or whatever the equivalent is, or donate. If you donate or cheer, you know, that'll give Deastl good luck. And if you hate Deastl and want him to die alone in the streets as a homeless man, then do nothing.
Well, actually, you should also tip.
And tip anyway, if you want Deastl to die alone in the streets.
Yeah, just put a negative before the dollar amount.
All right, well, Deastl, the viewers have spoken.
Damn, you guys hate me.
They do. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize my viewership was so rude and mean. But, you know, that's it.
Hold on,
That's all there is to
let's
it.
see if I can do a cheer.